Okay, well then, I don't know the script here, but I'll call the meeting to order, and we'll do a roll call.
Yes, sir. Chairperson James Byrne.
Here.
Jason. Sorry, apologize. Vice Chairperson Lee Wiseman.
Here.
Committee Member Robert Tommy.
Here.
Committee Member John Hibbs. Committee Member Paul Krebs. Committee Member Brenda Lambie. And Committee Member Jennifer Hanks.
Okay. Putting on the record what we were just discussing, we do not have quorum, so we were discussing potential options, whether we cancel, whether we reschedule, whether there's any discussions that we can go forward with without a quorum. Open to that, to continue that discussion.
So just as kind of a repeat for the record, the understanding of at least staff is that usually you have to have a physical majority quorum here to be able to hold any sort of meeting, even if it is just discussion items. So, a vote cannot be held. But with that being said, if you would like to look at rescheduling, we can do so. It is a little bit difficult since we, again, don't have a majority of people here, so I'd have to definitely reach out to make sure that that would work with the other members of the board. And again, your next meeting as of 2026 is February 4th. So it is up to you in regards to if you'd like to seek if we would have a quorum at the next scheduled meeting. I do, again, know for staff that it would be a very small window for rescheduling. It would be like the third week in December that would only work for staff at this current time. And I understand that it is also difficult when it comes to being around the holidays and things that people are not going to be in town. So I up for suggestions. If you would like, I can definitely reach out to the board members and see their availability. But being so close to the holidays, I do understand it is difficult. So.
And I will say, I don't know that I can make it February 4th. I have a business trip that's likely to be over that week, so
Okay.
I might miss that one as well.
So Ms. Wiseman, you would be actually, well, technically we would be up for new chair and vice chair, but if you'd like to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's only once every few months. I can't believe they couldn't manage. At least to call you.
And,
Yes.
go ahead.
And, because I mean, when he says park maps update, I've been loving to have maps of the park. Does that mean they have them? They don't have them? I mean, some of the stuff, I could work on a lot of stuff between now and then, especially then, next month, we don't have enough people. Because because I thought they downsized the quorum before.
Nope. Since you guys stayed 7 and they wanted that to be 7 people, majority of that is 4. So.
Because we merged a couple of
Yes.
committees
Yeah.
together.
You merged Parks and Rec and Bike and Pedestrian together, and of the commission, they wanted a larger board with that, so that if there were people that from those boards that wanted to stay on, that they would have the chance to serve on this new hybrid board if they'd like. So they had it be a 7-person board.
So if
We
folks
never-
can't make the 4th in February, we could, through email, reschedule that if we have to, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's always options for rescheduling as well as special meetings, things like that. I mean, at this current time, there isn't any pressing matter from staff for decisions, but I do understand that you guys want to discuss things, that you have topics you want to talk about. But we can always, like I said, look at rescheduling this meeting, look at adding a special meeting. You're just limited. You're not limited to the 4. That's the minimum you have to have in the year. You can have more if you'd like, especially if there are things you'd like to discuss.
Okay, I would suggest that we discuss via email if there's a date that we can work out, and maybe we want to even move the February 4th meeting earlier, even maybe into January, just so
Okay.
there's not quite as much of a gap. I understand the holidays are going to be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, we could look at options both in December and January if you'd like.
Okay.
And
think we
then
should.
if it is closer to the February date, would you prefer it just to be the January and then go straight to
That's
your
what I'm
May
thinking.
date, or?
If it's January, maybe we, just skip
Okay.
the February.
Okay, just as kind of a review.
We're never going to have 4 meetings in that year, though.
Well, if you have it
In
in January, it would be
26.
January, May, August, and November. So your next tentative dates for 2026 is February 4th, May 6th, August 5th, and November 4th are the next year's dates. We're going to discuss that during this meeting. But so if we do, have a meeting in January, we would still meet that 4 meeting a year.
We'll have 2 this year. I mean, that's kind of. No, we won't. We'll have 1 this year. jeez.
I apologize.
No, I'm not, why does everyone think when I get mad at the situation that I'm mad at you? I'm not mad at you. You're here. You didn't call us.
Yes, ma'am.
The only other ask I would have personally is if there is any information that was going to be presented, I would still like to get that information via email. If there's, I don't know if Parks map update means there's an updated map. I don't know if that's just I don't know what that means. So just any information we can get via email, just so we kind of be up to speed on what would have been presented otherwise would be great.
Yes, so we can look at that. The idea behind that agenda item this evening was more to be a demonstration of a map tool that we're planning on launching on the city website. So it's going to be a real-time demonstration of the tool from staff to the board.
Okay. All right.
I'm good, yeah.
You good? Unfortunate, but meeting adjourned.
Let's try to do January and see what happens.
So are you having a public